The Prince and His Toys. In an ancient kingdom, there was a spoilt little prince. He was used to having everything he wanted. He had to have any new toy before someone else have it. He would not let anyone have any new toy if he didn't have it first. So, in the kingdom, the children had to buy two new toys and give one to the prince if they wanted a new toy. One day, a mysterious toymaker came to the kingdom. He created the most wonderful toys. The prince liked his toys very much. So he invited the toymaker to live in the palace for a year. The prince promised him to award great wealth if he made a new toy for him every day. The toymaker said,
I have one condition. My toys are very special. They need an owner who will play with them.
The prince screamed with joy.
Wow, that's great.
Will you be able to devote some time to each one to play every day?
The toymaker asked the prince.
Yes, I will. I would love to.
The little prince replied excitedly. From that day, the toymaker made a new toy for the prince every day. The prince was very excited when he received a new toy every morning which was better than the previous ones. He was very happy. But as the toy collection increased, he found it difficult to give time to each toy. After a few weeks, there were so many toys that he could not play with them all in a day. So, one day, the prince thought if he put away a few toys, the toymaker would not know. But the toys were not happy with it. At night, when the prince was getting ready to go to bed, the toys stood in a line in front of him and demanded to play with them. So, he stayed awake and played with them. It was midnight by the time Prince went to sleep after playing with all the toys. Next day, the prince got up late and had little time to play with the toys. In a short period of time, he had to play with the new toy as well as the old ones. That night too, it was very late by the time he finished playing with all the toys. The situation became worse as an extra toy was adding every day. The prince could not enjoy playing as he was exhausted and sleepy. The toys were also getting angrier because the prince was reducing their playing time every day. A few weeks later, he only had time to play with the toys. He could not do anything else. He had to eat as he played, talk as he played, bath as he played, and even sleep as he played. It all began to feel like a nightmare as he continued to play changing the toys. One day as he was looking out his window, feeling terrible about his situation, he saw some children playing with some stones next to the palace. An idea came to his mind and he sent for the children. The children were worried thinking what the prince would say. They wondered whether the prince would take their stones as well, just as he had done with many of their other toys. But surprisingly, the prince did not want them to play with them and share his toys. The prince even let the children take their favorite toys when they had finished playing. His idea had worked. Finally, he could enjoy himself playing with all the toys. He even had new friends. So every day, he did the same thing and invited more children to the palace to play with him. After a year, when it was time for the toymaker to leave, there were 365 fantastic toys. These toys had been shared out and helped the prince to make new friends. The palace then became the best playroom in the kingdom.